Hello, 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 hello. Okay, so hi everybody. It is me, Candice Go Vlogs, aka Bisayang Australiana. All right, so how is everybody going? I hope. Let me just open up, open up this door. Wait, give me 1 second. All right, so yes, I opened up the door so that the signal will come to me. A Wi-Fi signal. Okay, so how is everybody going? It's Friday once again, and I am live. As you can see, I'm in a different place right now because I actually am here in Balayan, Batangas already. So, bumalik na kami dito sa Balayan, Batangas, and I was staying here for a couple of months, and then it is back in the get-go. Dumaguete City it is. All right. So how is everybody going? We are here live. Kakaawa naman ako. Tingnan yung mga damit ko. Butas-butas na. Wala akong pambili. Char! Joke lang. Alam mo yung laging sinasabi ko sa anak ko because she's like, Mommy, why do you have like scratch marks on your shirts? Uh, why do you have holes in your shirt? I said I got attacked by a tiger last night and it scratched me all over. So, ganyan yan. Yun yung mga kwento na inatake daw ako ng tigre. Ayun. So, pauso pa. All right. So, whoever is there watching me at this very moment, please do comment. I would love to know who you are. And this is like a podcast. Podcast. Yes, I do this every single Friday. Well, last Friday wala ako. I wasn't here last Friday because we were super duper busy. Because on Saturday morning was our flight back to Manila from Dumaguete City. All right. So, yes, I will be with you for an hour. I'm hoping for 1 hour. And yes, please do let me know who you are. And please just share the live. Share my live. You can share it on Facebook, YouTube. Well, yeah, share it wherever you want. Yes, because you know why I do these podcasts? I've been doing this since podcast talaga, no feeling erong podcaster. But ever since, even when I was still Candice Gold Vlogs, that's why I introduced myself as Candice Gold Vlogs, aka Bisayang Australiana. When I used to be Candice Gold Vlogs, I would always go live on Facebook with my old Facebook page because I know that people just want somebody to talk to. Hi, Raymond. Raymond Delara. Good evening, po. Watching all the way from the beautiful place of Qatar. Charis. Hello. Assalamualaikum. Okay. So, hello, Raymond. Kamusta ang Qatar ngayon? Okay. What date it is? It is July. Ay, mainit pa. Super summer. Okay, so yeah, because it's kind of like UAE, right? I lived in the UAE. I lived in Dubai specifically for 10 years. So ayan, hindi talaga nasasanay sa sa summer ng Middle East or sa summer ng mga bandang doon. O, 'di ba? So, how is Qatar? Akala mo nakatira dun, eh. Yeah, so I have a lot of friends that were, working for Qatar Airways, and yeah, so I've heard a lot of stories about Qatar or Qatar Airways specifically. Right at this very moment, if you see me, like, looking at the screen, like, weirdly, I'm working. Okay, so kamusta Raymond? Please continue on commenting. As I was saying earlier, I love doing this because then I can talk to people. Mag-comment kayo para tayong nag-uusap, 'no? And there are some people out there that just need somebody to talk to. And nahihirapan sila kung sino yung kakausapin nila. So this is why I started this uh, podcast, feeling podcast. Ayan. So please do share the live. Once again, this is Candice Go Vlogs, aka Bisayang Australiana. Yes. Wait lang. Ako nga, mag-share din ako. Kailangan mag-share din. I need to share. Wait, paano ba mag-share? Ito. Okay, grabe po ang humidity ngayon dito. Yung tipong nakaupo ka lang, pero ligo-ligo ka na sa pawis. 'Di ba? Parang katabi mo yung oven. Gano'n lang 'yon. As in, alam mo madaming beses na na-joke kami ng family ko when we were living in Dubai. Kasi 'di ba lahat ng houses, for those yeah, feeling naman madaming nanonood 'no. Malay mo later on a lot of people will be watching this. For those that don't know the lifestyle in UAE or in Qatar, naka-aircon lahat ng bahay. Yes, naka-aircon lahat. So when you're inside your house and then you look outside, sunny ang paligid, tapos malamig sa loob ng bahay mo, it always happens na I would say, "Uy, ang ganda sa labas. Parang ang sarap maglakad." Yung nakakalimutan mong summer pala dahil naka-aircon ang bahay. Paglabas mo ng pinto, eh, wag na nga. Babalik ka na lang sa bahay 'no, kasi sobrang ano, kahit maglakad ka, even if you walk at nighttime, like 7 or 8 o'clock at night, there's no sun. Pero ang init pa rin. Parang it's like this, how do we say this? Not smoke, but vapor, 'yan, vapor. There's vapor coming out of the ground, as in ramdam mo talaga yung init na lumalabas sa paligid. Alright, so that is very true. Grabe 'no, 'di ko miss 'yan. Pero in fairness ha, here in the Philippines, grabe parang Dubai na rin. Parang Qatar na rin, gano'n ang init. Lalo na sa Dumaguete, when I went home to Dumaguete, I was like, oh my gosh. Because the city of Dumaguete, it's an amazing place. Don't get me wrong, amazing place. But the city itself, Dumaguete city is so small. Like the city center, huh? So small, but it's all concrete. Yeah, that's why people love going to the boulevard because it is the only place in Dumaguete that actually has fresh, like the breeze, like a good breeze, and it actually feels really good. Exactly, but I tried to fry an egg outside. Oh my gosh, 'di ba ginagawa 'yan? Yung sa hood ng ano, ng kotse, 'di ba or sa semento. Grabe 'no? Ilang years ka na ba diyan, Raymond? Ilang years ka na sa Qatar? Grabe, actually to be honest hindi ko pa 'yan nata-try. Pero nakikita ko sa YouTube na ginagawa nila, nagpiprito ng itlog sa labas. My gosh, gano'n kainit. Can you imagine, 'di ba? So, sa mga excited diyan na mag-Dubai, especially those that were accepted to be flight attendants for Emirates, get yourselves ready. It's not a fun. I mean, winter is amazing. In fairness ha, extremes naman talaga sila. Extreme summer, extreme winter. The coldest I think that I've experienced in the UAE, I can't remember what year it was, but the temperature went down to around 7 degrees. 'Di ba? Kakaloka. At malaloka ka sa mga lokal kasi naka-boots with the fur sila sa disyerto. 'Di ba? Naka-boots with the fur sila. Kebs, pake mo. Tapos naglalakad sa sand, oh, 'di ba? Nakaka-mind-boggling. Parang gaganon yung utak mo na, "Ano nangyayari?" 'Di ba kapag magse-send ka ng picture, grabe akala talaga nababaliw si mama akala niya nababaliw yung tao. Sabi niya, "Hindi siya naiinitan." Tapos ni-remind ko siya, "Ma, it's summer." Ay, summer, it's winter. Born tuloy. Been working here for more than 6 years already and 5 years in Saudi way back. Oh, wow! As in fairness sa'yo, 'di ba? So, pauwi-uwi ka naman din. I mean, do you have oh, you have family, 'di ba? Ay, 'di ba I already asked you these questions? Uy, pasensya na Raymond ha, kung if ever I've already asked you these questions. Tapos, ganito talaga yung utak ng flight attendant. For those that are wanting to be a flight attendant, you have to be ready with your brain cells because uh for flying for 12 years, they're fried up. As in sobra. Sabi nila ano na daw siya, it's common. Kasi yun nga, yung lipad ng lipad, radiation, especially if you're going through the North Pole ba? North Pole or South Pole, malakas talaga yung radiation do'n. So, nakakaano siya ng utak. Ang daming excuse. Ang dami kong excuses 'no. But yeah, that's it. That's the thing, oh, 'di ba? Anyway, 'di ba kanina ko pa sinasabi na I will share my life, but I haven't shared it yet. So, anyway, teka lang, magsa-sign in muna ako. Alright. Yeah, I thought gonna be a replay. 'Di ba? Kakaloka. Pasensya na. 'Di ba ikaw yung may baby, hindi na siya baby, may dalaga. Dalaga, 'di ba? Dalaga na siya. Oo, gano'n talaga. Pasensya na. Mukha lang siyang replay. Ay, wait lang. Ba't gano'n? Hindi nag-send ng nakakaloka 'tong ano, yung two-factor authentication. Kasi hindi talaga ako makaka-receive ng ano, alert. Kailangan ko pang i-send through message. 'Yun. Oh, 'di ba? Gano'n. Alright, so yes, Raymond, gano'n talaga ang utak ng mga flight attendant. It's, the memory, I mean, memory. Pero at least I remember, 'di ba? Parang wait lang, parang kausap ko na 'to dati. Anyway, anong ulam? Ay, what time is it there? Qatar. Qatar is the same as UAE, 'di ba? 4 hours behind the Philippines. Tama ba? 4 hours behind or 3 hours kayo behind the Philippines? If gano'n, you're going on to 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. Saan po yung two beautiful babies mo? Nandun. Naglalaro sila, in fairness. Naglalaro sila dun. Mahilig sila kasi ano siya, oh, they're finished playing games. Actually, Friday is games day. Gadget day, basically. So, meron silang oras to play gadgets. But they're done playing gadgets. So, I think they're playing with their toys now. Yon. So, yun yung ano namin, policy namin dito sa bahay. 5 hours po. Okay. Ang advance nyo diyan sa Pinas. Okay. Kasi sa UAE, it's 4 hours. Okay, 5 hours pala ang Qatar. Alright, so now it is magtu-2 PM pa lang diyan. Lunch pala. Nag-lunch ka na ba? Late lunch or snacks na ba diyan? Magsa-snacks ka na ba diyan? 'Di ba? Ay, ano ba 'yan? Kakaloka ang Facebook. Alright, anyway, I will go to my page. Raymond, kapag meron kang ano, meron kang ano, kapag meron kang Facebook, follow mo yung Facebook page ko ng hackers. Gano'n din yung pangalan, Bisayang Australiana. Oh, 'di ba? Alright, so I don't know, is Facebook good with YouTube? Sometimes they say don't share YouTube. Sige mag-aano na lang ako. I will send it na lang through message because they say don't post your YouTube videos on your Facebook page. I don't know, siguro hindi partner ang YouTube tsaka Facebook kaya may conflict or something. Oh, what is this? Video great. What is this? Ah, okay, birthday greetings pala yun. No. Anyway, 'di ba? Ay, nasaan na yun? Nawala. Okay, I'm still here. Sometimes I get lost. Lunch? Daing na bangos. Oh, sarap. Night shift po kasi. Okay. Okay. Anong oras ka magsa-start? Anong oras nasa-start yung shift mo 'pag night shift? 'Di ba mamaya pa? Anyway, I'm just trying to share. If ever people are interested. Char. So, ayun. I don't know what to talk about kasi nakalimutan ko na eh. Nakalimutan ko na yung mga topic, kung anong pwedeng i-topic. So, ayun. Stretching, stretching. Around this time, I'm still working. So, I am working for a recruitment company. Oh, I'm a recruitment coordinator with a big agency here in the Philippines. Well, it's not. Oh, the clients are from Australia, New Zealand. They are from India, ASEAN, and so on and so forth. So those are our clients. So that's why I'm always in front of my laptop. And then I realized that it's Friday today. So that is why I said, ay, magla-live pala ako. Okay. So yes. So if anybody has questions, I love answering questions kasi minsan, alam mo yun, pagod lang ang utak, pagod ang brain cells, hindi makakaisip ng topic, 'di ba? So, ayan, sinesend ko na lang sa mga group chat para malay mo may magano. Ano pong mga available work na hiring? Madami actually, nagulat ako. Madami mga pero usually ang nakikita ko HR, engineering, mga IT, ganyan. Yan yung usual na nakikita ko. So, may mga work from home din na hinahanap nila ah, yung phone, yung tatawag, yung mga ganyan. So, voice. Ako non-voice lang ako kasi alam mo nakakapagod yung voice. Yung voice na work, so tiring. You know, because I used to do I used to work as an ELS, ESL teacher sa mga Japanese every single day, 8 hours na ginagamit mo yung voice mo ng tuloy-tuloy. Grabe, paos. Paos siya, 'di ba? So, madaming available actually. Pero yun nga, yung client namin is Australia, New Zealand. Wala masyado dito sa Pinas. Dun sa ano dun sa, anong tawag dun? Dun sa list kasi we are focusing on Australia, New Zealand, India, and I think China. So usually those countries are the ones. Dito sa Pinas, I heard madami ng hiring, but obviously it always depends on the person who wants to apply. That's what I always say. I say because for me, I believe that there's a lot of hiring because I applied to a lot of companies. I applied to a lot of companies and I was like, oh wow, all of these companies are hiring. Um, and then that's when I realized that it actually depends on the person itself na naghahanap lang ng trabaho. Kasi siyempre meron naman I mean like there was a time in my life where I was very picky with what I wanted. So I didn't apply for anything but cabin crew because I really wanted to be a cabin crew. Thank God my process was very quick. Like I didn't really have to wait. It was a very quick process. I got the job straight away. I didn't really need to look for another job. But sorry, I hear my daughter crying. Oh no. Okay, they're pretending. Nakakaloka yung ganyan, no? Yung akala mo nag-aaway tapos yung pala kasama sa laro, yung gano'n. Gumaganon yung tenga ng nanay kapag may umiiyak or something, may nag-aaway tapos tapos kaya hindi ako nagre-react kaagad ngayon. I don't react straight away because before I would react straight away tapos mapapahiya lang ako. So now, if I hear something, I just listen and then I wait for what else they're saying. Tapos malalaman ko na kasama pala sa laro nila. So yun, so hindi na ako makikigulo. Nakakaloka yung ganyan. Tapos yung sobrang tahimik, ganyan. Nakakaloka din yung ganyan, yung sobrang tahimik. Like, if you've got kids, whoever's got kids that will watch this in the near future, maybe you watch this 10 years from now. It's the same thing. If you have kids, you've got kids. Yun, nakakaloka. Um, yeah, so that what was I about to say? So yun, if you really want to apply for work or for a job, then it's really up to your effort on how you're gonna apply for it, how you're gonna prepare for it, and all of that stuff. So yeah. Hindi ko pala dinala. Alam niyo ba, when I went home to Dumaguete, I cleaned out my closet because apparently my mom hasn't cleaned out my closet. How I left it 12 years ago is how it still looks when I went home. So when I went home last month, I opened up my closet and I said, "What the? Nothing's changed. It looks exactly how I left it." I even have my Cebu Pacific shoes there. Can you imagine? Cebu Pacific shoes, yung brown, when the uniform used to be bench and khaki skirt, we had like brown heels. I still have them there. Pero ito yung nakakatawa. When I lifted the Cebu Pacific uh, shoes, yung cork, 'di ba may cork yung heel? Natanggal. Yung outside of the heel is still there, but the inside of the heel, which is a cork, naging ano siya, like powder. So funny. Like, yeah, you're old. I won't be able to wear you. But I still kept it there. So I cleaned out my closet. See, ganito ako kadaldal. I mean, like, I get off course all the time. So I cleaned out my closet and then I saw all of my notes and all of my booklets from my training when I first started with Emirates. So nandun lahat ng booklets ko, nandun lahat ng notes ko, nandun. Tapos nakita ko yung notes ko, 'di ba, may folder that has like the plastic things, like the plastic pages of yeah, where you can put your papers in. Ganito siya kakapal. Notes lang 'yan. Oh my gosh, I said, "What? I studied all this?" That's why a lot of people say that they study more in a flight attendant training than they did in college or in high school. It's true. Even me, I can attest to that. Na grabe yung pag-aaral ko. Grabe, akala mo ano, degree yung kinukuha. Ay, yung pala, flight attendant training. Pero, yeah, that's my experience. And then in 2020, obviously, I lost my job due to the pandemic. But yeah, that's life. And ah, by the way, whoever's watching, by all means, you can comment in the comment section para mag-uusap-usap tayo. This is kind of like a podcast kind of thing wherein I just talk a lot and then I can answer your questions. I tell stories and everything. A lot of people come on here wherein they've got problems and they just want to lash out. So, ganun. Para may kausap lang. Ganun lang siya. And I'll be with you for another 30 minutes. Yes. Okay. So I do lives every Friday for an hour, just talking, mainly talking about being a flight attendant, mainly talking about life. It could be anything, right? Um, so what was I saying? I can't remember anymore. So yun. Oh goodness gracious me. I forgot. Flight attendant memory. I can tell you. It's flight attendant memory. Like you have it and then you lose it. It's not even funny anymore. Tapos nagkadalawang anak pa ako, epidural. Oh my gosh, my brain cells. 'Di ba? Yeah, so I found my notes from my training in Emirates in Dumaguete, pero nakalimutan kong dalhin. Maybe I left it behind because babalik kami ng Dumaguete. We're gonna go back to Dumaguete. So when I'm back in Dumaguete, I'm gonna show you that my notes are this thick. Can you imagine? Grabe talaga. Yeah, so the flight attendant training is intense. Ayun. But it really helps, especially first aid. I really love the first aid because it really gets you ready for any situation. Nangyari kaya maraming beses na nasa layover kami. Tapos biglang may mahihimatay, strangers. Like we're just walking down the streets, and there would be just a random person that would faint, or a random person that would have an epileptic attack, like seizure. There would be a random person that would have a heart attack, and it's amazing how we respond. It's like it's just hidden in your brain, and when something happens you know what to do straight away. So that's what amazed me with the training of Emirates, because nung Cebu Pacific ako, I know their training was amazing, but I think I was just too young and too young to just think about it, or to just understand what. Yes, baby girl.
Um,
Do you want to say hi?
yes. Hi, mommy.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody. Mommy, can I
Yeah.
have some C2?
You want C2? Oh, look at her face when she's asking for C2. Okay, you and I. Yes, you and Ate can go and get C2.
Yay!
Close the door, please. Thank you, baby. Okay. Yon. I have C2. May nangyari na po bang emergency during your flight? The worst one. Okay, so with Emirates, wala po. Has anything happened with Emirates flight? Wala naman. Emirates flight medical emergency, meron. Birth on board, meron. But the medical emergency that freaked me out was there was this lady in first class, and she just kept on lagi siyang I don't know what, I forgot what was happening to her, but we had to do CPR throughout the whole flight. We were going to Manchester. So we had to do CPR, as in lahat ng crew nag-take over kasi sobrang nakakapagod mag-CPR, no? It's really really tiring if you do like the real thing. The mannequins are nothing, man. If you do like the real body, darn, it's so tiring. So the whole set of crew, imagine 380, 25 crew. Let's say around 20 crew. Let's say 20 crew out of the 25 crew had to take turns in doing CPR for this lady, because every time she would come back to life, around after a few minutes, we would lose her again. So it was crazy. That was the craziest medical emergency that I've ever had, because for me I was just too tired doing CPR that I was like, please, just hang on, and things like that. With Cebu Pacific, um, okay, so we were on an ATR. I'm not gonna. Should I mention? No, I won't mention anything. I'll mention a plate. Oh no, I won't mention anything. Okay, we were on an ATR, the propeller type ATRs. Okay, so we obviously, it was a close destination because you only use the ATRs pag malapit yung destination, no? So yung destination na to, it's very famous for a mountain or a volcano. So alam niyo na. Palanding na kami, go signal, ano na, that we were about to land, and then suddenly out of nowhere, rejected landing. So rejected landing is that when the airplane is about to land, and then suddenly it swoops up. So the good thing with an ATR, it's very light. So sobrang dali lang sa mga piloto angat ulit. Not like the A380s or the Boeing na medyo mabagal pa siya rejected landing. But with the ATR, we were literally like this. Like I was like this in my jump seat because I was in the front. There's only two crew on the ATR. It's one of those small ones. There's 72 passengers. Um, and we had at the time the Secretary of Tourism. So I'm not going to mention the year, but It's a long time ago because I was still with Cebu Pacific. So we had the Secretary of Tourism and his family on board, and suddenly this happens. So I'm like, what's happening? And the customers, the passengers in front of me are asking, what's happening? What's happening? And I said, I don't know yet. There was no announcement. We haven't been told, but that was a rejected landing. So there must be something happening on the ground for us not to land. It could be the wind. It could be something else. So anyway, umikot kami, tapos naglanding ulit. So, nung naglanding kami ulit, okay na. Sabi ni captain, yung captain namin nung time na yun was French. Sabi niya, "Passengers remain seated. I go out first." Galit na galit. 'Di nagulat kaming lahat. Nag-storm through si captain. Lumabas siya ng eroplano at ano, kausap niya yung mga taga-airport. Galit na galit siya. 'Di pa namin alam kung anong nangyari, pero nag-goodbye na kami sa mga pasahero, ganyan. Nagpaiwan si Secretary of Tourism kasi gusto niya malaman kung anong nangyari at bakit galit ang kapitan. So sabi ko, "Oh my gosh, ano kaya 'to?" So ayun, nakikimarites siya dun sa grupo ng mga airport managers and everything. So, this is what happened. Apparently, our flight, that destination, alam mo yung, hindi araw-araw yung lipad, yung gano'n? So, parang MWF or TTHS, parang gano'n yung mga lipad papunta dun sa destination na yon ng Cebu Pacific nung time na yon. Aba, ang anak ng sinasabi ko dati kasi wala na siya. Nawalan po siya ng trabaho and I'm so sorry for that, but it was a big disaster talaga. Ang anak ng, should I say manager of the airport? Basta yung nagmamahala ng airport na yon, nag-driving lessons. Tinuturo niya mag-drive yung girlfriend niya sa mismong runway. Eh, ang saya 'di ba? Ang saya. So, that's why the captain was so mad because he was about to land and suddenly a car comes out of nowhere and that's why he pulled up. And he said, "Thank God we are on an ATR because I was able to pull up straight away. If we were on anything else, we would not be alive at this very moment." Sumabog na siguro kung hindi siya nakakapag-pull up, kung mabigat pa yung eroplano na dala namin. 'Di ba, grabe. So, nalaman ni Secretary of Tourism, galit na galit. Yun, on the spot, si Sante. It was one of those, "Huh? What just happened?" kind of moments. Because you never really think that it would actually happen, right? Ay, so yun. Yun yung sabi ko, "Oh my gosh, seriously?" Have you encountered such a bad passenger? Um, Unruly, disoriented, masungit,
Mommy,
very normal. Yes. Yes, baby, go. What's wrong?
where's the other toy
Do
mermaid?
not ask me because those are your Shopkins. You should be looking after it it should be in the bag. Or I don't ask me. I love you. Close the door. Ayun, so very normal. When you're a flight attendant, you will encounter such people, whether you like it or not. You will encounter it every day of your life when you are on an aircraft. Um, However, you do not know the reason behind it. May iba na sadyang stress lang talaga because if you actually this is when I realized na hindi ka talaga pwedeng you can't really get mad at a customer, especially if it's on an airplane. Because if you think about the journey na kailangan niyang pagdaanan before siya dumating dun sa airplane, kung gaano ka-stressful yung pagbili ng ticket, yung malay mo na-delay or na-cancel, nag-rebook, namatayan. All of these factors are very valuable. But anyway, going back, 'di ba? Napaka customer oriented. Inaano ko talaga yung mga pasahero. But that's just how I do my job. Because if I would always think na, oh, ito na naman, masungit na naman, bakit ganito? Magiging miserable yung life ko. Ako yung aatakihin sa puso, 'di ba? Kasi magiging super negative yung life. But anyway, going back to your question, Raymond. Dami. Madami naman kasi like 12 years. I flew for 12 years. So I've encountered so many. Uh no, no, not him. Not him. No, no, no. Not Nick Gordon. Hindi pa siya. Kasi super tagal na. Sobrang tagal na. Mabait, mabait. Buti biglang mabait. Ayoko na magsalita. So pero hindi siya, hindi siya. Um, and then, passenger, let me just pick out one. Pick out one. Um, okay, I'll pick this one because I think this is like a learning point. This was the learning point for me. Because this was during the time, I mean, yung passenger na tipong kailangan ng pababain ng airplane. Hmm. Usually mga laseng. Hmm, yun. Mga laseng. Like, pagdating pa lang sa eroplano, gumaganon-ganon na yung mukha. Yan. Hindi puwede sumakay. Pero depende lang talaga sa senior din. Kasi may mga ibang senior na they don't know how to make a decision. They say it's okay, tapos nakasakay na yung pasahero, tapos yung pala maingayng laseng, yung maingay na nakikipagbiruan sa mga ibang pasahero. Buti kung okay lang, eh, siyempre may mga ibang pasahero na gustong mag-ano pa, mag-chill lang, matulog lang, ganyan. Binabatukan niya sa ulo ng mga ganyan. So, what happened, we had to get him off. Although he did promise he won't drink, pero siyempre maniniwala ka ba sa laseng? Hello? I promise I will not drink. Really? May mga iba naman natutulog naman sila. Pero malalaman mo naman yun sa tao, eh, 'pag sakay tapos tahimik lang, na, "I will just sleep, I will just sleep." O 'di okey, pero yung gano'n, yung nakikipaggulo pa, may kaguluhan pang nangyayari, siyempre ma-o-offload ka talaga. Pero yung, iniisip ko, eh, wala akong maisip na yung dahil sa bastos na na-offload. Pero ito, may chika ako. We had a flight going to London Heathrow, and we had this one customer in business class. I was still in business class during the time. And we had this one customer, and he was so rude to the point that all of us, even the crew that weren't in our cabin, were wishing that, you know, he was that type of passenger. He was like, just get off the plane kind of customer. But everything he complained about. Um, I had to confront him at one point because I gave him his food. He said, "Thank you very much. I enjoyed it." And then when I walk away, he sees the senior and he says that I didn't even ask if he wanted a drink or something, which I did, by the way, because that's like what you usually do when you take away the tray. Would you like to have any dessert, any coffee, tea, cha 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 cha? Um, and then he says I was rude. So I went out to him and I said, "Hi, how are you going?" He said, "Oh, I'm doing really well, Candace. Thank you so much for asking. Yeah, my senior says otherwise. He said you complained about me. Oh, not you. Well, there's no other Candace on this flight." So he was caught a lot of times lying. So a lot of crew hated him. But then when we landed in London Heathrow, there was this, not really a SWAT team, but the police, and like the muscular police, like bouncers and type of thing. and they went on. They said they did the announcement like customers remained seated, and they came on the flight, and they went to this customer, and they grabbed him by the collar. They asked him who he was first. Are you this and this and this? And he said yes. And they grabbed him like a dog and dragged him off the plane. And they started searching his seats and the hat rack in front of him. And we're like, okay, karma is real. He was very fast during that time. So parang kaming lahat,
Like he fell off the plane.
he didn't fall off the plane. They just dragged him off the plane. Di ba nakikimarites din yung mga
No,
anak ko?
what? Like they took off him in the plane.
We were already on ground, and the police came to take him off.
Why?
Maybe he was a bad guy. I don't know. He deserves it anyway. Correct! Kaya natawa lang kami. Pero gusto lang namin, 'di ba, alam mo yung gano'n tapos hindi mo alam kung bakit. Tapos gusto mo malaman talaga yung ano, gusto mo malaman talaga yung, "Bakit? Ano nangyari? Sino siya?" Yung gano'n. So, yes. Tapos may mga nangyayari din na may mga wanted pala kaming pasahero na hindi namin alam tapos pagdating dun sa destination wanted pala. Kaya hina-handcuff na dun mismo tapos parang ikaw, "Oh my God, sinerve ko 'tong taong 'to tapos wanted." Yung gano'n yung pakiramdam. So, yeah, you can go through a lot of things throughout the life of a flight attendant. Ang dami mong mami-meet, 'di ba? Ang dami mong mami-meet mga artista, mga singers, mga Victoria's Secret models, oh, 'di ba? So, ang daming gano'n. Oh, 'di ba nawala yung mga anak ko nung kinuwento ko na sa kanila. Yes. Alright. So, ayun, I did a class last week. Ay hindi, this week pala yun, nung Wednesday. I had a class. I usually do classes with iBuzz Virtual Academy. So,
Playing with this important thing.
don't be mean. So, ayun. So I had a class on Wednesday. I am a virtual coach for iBuzz Virtual Academy, and it is we discuss modules of being a flight attendant. So can't go into detail, obviously. But then there was a question from one of the students that, um, ano nga ba yung tanong niya? Yes. Yes, baby. Okay. It's complete. Well, we don't have a frame yet, baby girl. So we can put it. We need to buy a frame first. Sorry. Talagang kinakausap ko yung yung ano, yung anak ko. Gusto ko pa po sana makipagkwentuhan, but sorry po, need to go to work na. Next time po ulit. Thank you po. Keep. All right. God bless you always, Raymond. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much. Next time ulit every Friday. O, diba? So have fun at work. Enjoy life. Regards. God bless always and your family. Thank you. Alright, so yan. O, 'di ba, ang sarap makipagkuwentuhan and that's what I love, whenever someone comments and someone actually asks questions and everything because it's kind of like you're having a conversation. I remember um, when I had my old, Facebook page, which was Candace Gold Vlogs, and I would meet somebody there, and then they would just start conversing with me, asking me questions, asking for advice, life advice, and everything. And I guess that's what started me with being a motivational speaker. It started me being a speaker in general, especially for those that want to be flight attendants. Kaya I love the flight attendant conventions kasi nami-meet ko talaga yung mga aspirants in person, hindi lang ganito na nasa that is online only, but I would be able to actually see you face to face. I have this dear friend, his name is Jefferson. Jefferson Garcia. He's a dear friend of mine. And online kami nag-meet. Nag-meet kami sa isang school din for flight attendants. And then we just started to communicate and everything. Tapos nung last FA convention in Makati, we finally met in person. And it was so funny kasi nakatingin kami sa isa't isa na parang, is this real? Ikaw ba yan? Parang ang weird kasi yung parang sanay ka na sa computer and then suddenly they're right in front of you. So it was so much fun. So to everybody or whoever is really interested in stuff, by all means, mag-enroll kayo sa mga module. iBus Virtual Academy, it teaches you so much about being a flight attendant. Not on the technical side, but soon it will be. And then you'll have your heads up when you actually apply for being a flight attendant. So ayan, what else would I want to say? Hmm. Oh, I miss Korean barbecue. Biglang ganun. I miss Korean barbecue. Do you guys eat Korean barbecue as well? I love it. I had Korean barbecue in Dumaguete and I was like, nom, 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 nom. Eating so, so, so much. And it's unlimited. So that's the amazing part about it. All right. So, ano pa yan? What was I about to say? I'm so happy because I've received a couple of messages sa mga natanggap sa Cebu Pacific, yung recent hiring. Congratulations to all of you sa mga nag-message sa akin na natanggap sila sa Cebu Pacific, yung mga natanggap ng AirAsia that are gonna go through the medical exam. Good luck sa inyo. I wish you all the luck and always pray that the exam results would come out very positive in a good way, no? That you'll be able to actually go. If there is a halt, don't lose hope because ako, when I applied for Emirates, I was put on hold with my medical because of my scoliosis. So yes, I do have scoliosis. The last time I checked, which was a long time ago, it was 9 degrees. So, medyo na put on hold siya kasi back and forth sila nagtatanungan kung ilang degrees ba ang pwede. So until Emirates finally replied and said that 9 degrees is fine and I could continue on with the application. So so whoever has scoliosis out there, don't you worry, okay na okay yan. No, just do your exercise. Swimming is a great thing for those that have scoliosis. I haven't swam in a long time. That's why I'm super excited because I can see the days that I could start swimming again because it's really good for my back. When I start swimming, it really helps. It really does. It relaxes your bones, your whole. It's a cardio for the whole body, and it's really, especially if you swim in the sea. Seawater is spiritually very good for you, and scientifically as well. But it's really good. Um, Sorry, I hear something with my daughters again. When you become a parent, you're gonna be like this as well. So don't look at me as if I'm a crazy person. Like you hear these different types of voices, and you're yung parang nag-aaway sila, may umiiyak, yung ganyan. Tapos hindi ka magre-react kaagad because if you do react, then you're the crazy one. So you just want to listen for a while. And then if you confirm while listening that they are really fighting, then that's when you react. Because sometimes, especially if you've got girls, they're just playing around. It's drama, drama, no? Yay, hate you. No, you're my mommy, and stuff like that. So, yeah. All right. So yeah, so I've lost a lot of topics. I've talked about a lot today. Once again, I'll show you my notes whenever we go back to Dumaguete. Papakita ko talaga sa inyo yung notes ko from way back 2010 when I started with Emirates. Grabe, nakakaloka. Nandun pa rin yung notes ko, di ba? So everybody, whoever starts watching this, thank you so much for watching. This is Candice Gold Vlogs, aka Bisayang Australiana. If you have TikTok, I am on TikTok, Bisayang Australiana once again. Also, Facebook page, please do hit that follow button on my Facebook page, Bisayang Australiana, and let's get the followers up and have great come with me on my journey as I gain up my followers one more time. Okay, so once again, subscribe, hit the subscribe button for Cebu Pacific for for Candice Go Vlogs, aka Bisayang Australiana. Thank you so much, everybody, for being with me for the whole 15 minutes. It's been a blast. And next time, see you on Friday in the afternoon. I'll try to go live a little bit earlier so that we can talk about a lot more. Okay, so ayo-ayo mo diha, maayong gabi kaninyong tanan. Salamat kaayo sa paglantaw sa ako ang live. Usbon nato next week. Um, sayuhon ra nako next week kay para at least taas-taas ang ato ang chikahan, no? Ang ato ang chismis. So pag ayo-ayo mong tanan diha, salamat kaayo. Thank you so much, baby girls and baby boys. This is once again Candice Go Vlogs, aka Bisayang Australiana, your friendly flight attendant. Peace out.